So, I am off in the Stelvio Quadrifoglio. This is probably the highest horsepower car I've ever driven. I have over 500 horsepower beneath my right foot. Now, I mentioned about the driving modes. Definitely not going to try race mode, but I'm in N right now, which is sort of normal. Might go to dynamic just to see how it feels. Right away, it just feels very firm, I guess you could say. Not too harsh, but you could definitely feel sort of like the racing pedigree of this and nature of this car. I mean, this is the top of the line Stelvio, so this thing means business. Yeah, the brakes definitely feel a little different. And I've never driven a car with like an Alcantara wheel before. It's nice.
And I love the carbon fiber.
Oh,
Bottom on the wheel there is really gorgeous. But even just like the stitching and stuff like that
yeah.
gives it a really nice hand feel.
Yeah. So that was the automatic start stop. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. It's fine. You know, if you could save some mileage here and there, it's fine. I know so many people absolutely hate it. I mean, they just think their car is like messing up because it's turning off. Now, one thing I didn't mention before, this car has every possible, safety feature that you could want. You've got adaptive cruise, you've got the monitoring where if you go away from your lane, it'll beep at you, which it did with you a few times. At some point, you're just like, all right, shut up, I get it. But it's a nice feature to have.
That's one that I always recommend, especially if you're somebody who drives like long hours or has to, do a lot of highway driving and stuff. It's just a little extra set of eyes to watch out for you.
Yeah. The steering wheel, it feels kind of thinly rimmed. It's just, maybe I'm just used to something a little bit bigger. Jeez, I'm not used to such massive paddles getting in the way of me turning the turn signal on. Alright, so we are in dynamic now. That sort of sharpens up everything. I just drove this road in an STI, so I'm sort of familiar.
Give you sharper braking, sharper handling.
Yeah.
Tightens actually your steering feel, and then obviously more acceleration.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that this car has 200 more horsepower than the STI I just drove. That is just insane.
And those paddle shifters, you can hit them anytime while you're driving.
Okay. Yeah, definitely want to try it out. Yeah, it's amazing that even though this is a V6, it still sounds very good. I mean, even four-cylinder engines are sounding very good these days with turbos. If this car is a twin turbo. All right, let's just feel the handling. Yeah, the steering feels very direct. I mean, you just barely move the wheel, and it's communicating with you about where you're going. Yeah, it's so nice. The handling is awesome. Wow. Alright, so that's just a little bit of throttle and wow. Amazing.
I mean, you can probably even bring it to a stop up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Fabulous.
Give her the beans. Alright, so at the direction of my co-pilot, I'm going to stop right here and just give her the beans real quick. Okay, so here we go. Wow. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Wow. Sounds so good on the upshifts. That's like that Levante that we test drove. Oh my god, I could not believe the sound that thing had. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, like I mentioned before, like Car and Driver did this car in 3.3 to 60. I mean, that is like supercar territory. That is just insane.
3.6.
Wow. Yeah, this is one of the top 3, I think, quickest cars I've ever driven. And there was, I'm not going to say there was turbo lag, but there was like 0.1 second right when you get on the throttle that you could feel, then it just goes. I mean, that was pretty effortless.
In terms of lag, you can tell that it's a turbocharged vehicle.
Yeah, but it was not.
But it's very quick to give up on that. So.
Yeah. Wow. Now, I mentioned before, this car has the Brembo brakes. They're not carbon ceramics, they're still steel, but they are definitely impressive. get into some trouble. But I mean, throw it in the A in the sort of eco mode, advanced efficiency, and you'll be fine. Yeah, they definitely bite sort of quicker than what I'm used to. I mean, obviously not as more performance than my Mazda brakes. It just sort of feels special because I mean I'm a huge fan of Italian cars, and you know my dad had an Alfa Romeo when I was a kid, so I've been waiting for years and years and years for Alfa Romeo to come back to the States, and they definitely have not disappointed. Wow. Now this is I didn't mention before, this is an 8-speed automatic ZF. It's not a twin clutch, which is fine. I mean that felt lightning fast.
And the paddle shifters, again, you can hit them at absolutely any time while you're driving, and it's going to listen to you first. It'll even give you in the top there what gear you're in.
Yeah, okay, so I'm in 6th gear.
But they're immediate, which is the best thing about them.
Wow, yeah, that is quick.
Definitely gives you a lot of...
So even when I'm off the throttle, just driving like normal, it's a normal composed car. I mean, it's sort of a kitty cat when you want it to be. It definitely, when you get on it.
That's the thing. I can go back into N mode here. It's going to have a comfort suspension setting. It's very normal acceleration. It's still quick,
right?
But comparatively normal acceleration, everything like that. And actually, the eco mode, when you go down into that one, it's even more so. It'll turn off to the cylinders.
Yeah. And the other thing about the other two cars that this was compared against, this was like at least $10,000 cheaper. I mean, I think the Macan was like 102 grand, and the Mercedes was like 96. I mean, it's the fastest of the group, probably the best to drive. I mean, that's what they like so much, and you save $10,000. I mean, what more do you want?
And you still look good while you're doing it.
Yeah, my
it's
God.
Not like you're losing out on anything in particular.
No, I think it's the best looking of the bunch too. All right, so that was my drive in the brand new Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio. I didn't mention anything about price. This car was about $90,000, but with the performance that you get and the looks and the Italian heritage, I mean, the engine was developed by Ferrari. It is definitely a winning formula. When I got back to the dealer after we were done with our drive, I talked to a couple guys about anything that they would change about the car, and it was really honestly nothing except for they wish that you could fully open the exhaust when you are in a driving mode other than race mode. You could only get the loud exhaust when you're in race mode, so they wish they could just sort of have the exhaust be a little bit louder in dynamic mode, but that is honestly really it. The only thing I can think of, I wish it maybe was a little bit bigger of a car, but it's definitely would fit the need for somebody like me that has one kid. But if you want a ultra fast performance SUV with the looks and the performance and the sound that thing has, it was absolutely incredible and definitely a memorable drive that I've had on GemmyD on cars. So big thank you to Faulkner Alfa Romeo Maserati for letting me take a look at this car, and especially Laura for setting this up. You know, she was my co-pilot there on the drive. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. I got lots of good content coming up soon. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.
Exhaust make all sorts of fun noises.
Shit.
Oh, hello, Mr. Vulture.
That was
Oh my God. That was definitely a turkey vulture, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, he needs to go higher. He needs to go higher. Jeez.
We got lucky. I wouldn't want to have to clean that up.
No.